But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgruf's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense.
Yo, it's your boy Joel, Technological here, playing some Skyrim, testing out my new streaming setup. I want to see how it all works. So if you're catching this, you are lucky, because most likely this will be deleted. First time ever playing Skyrim.
Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out
Nintendo
such a menial
Switch 2
task.
edition.
A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
So I would appreciate some tips if you have any, as I go along my journey of Skyrim.
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons, we need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt. What is it that you need? If it's the war you're referring to, I'm on the side of Whiterun. No doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. And perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet. No doubt he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also because he knew he could. with good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
So far, I've been enjoying my time with Skyrim. Like I said, this is my first time ever playing this game. First time really playing a Bethesda game. I played Starfield for a little bit, and I played some Fallout back in the day. But this is my first time like really diving into a Bethesda game as an adult. So far, I'm loving how much there is to do. Seems like I'm getting a new task every couple of minutes. Have I been completing those tasks? Not so much. But I've been exploring a lot. I am in Whiterun right now, I believe. And here's my character real quick. Got a nice little iron helmet on right now. Big beard, kind of got the Kratos look. This is my companion that I just found. I beat her up in a bar. And then I told her to come with me, so now she's been joining me on all my runs. It's pretty cool. I don't know how long she'll stay with me, but we're basically homies now. Okay, I already did this. Let's get out of here. Looks pretty good on Switch 2. Feels like a next-gen game or whatever. At least for Switch. No. It's nice to see a game of this size being on a Switch. I know it was on the original Switch as well, but they definitely improved the graphics.
A few seconds for my supper is all I ask.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, no. Even if you are my elder.
Yes, House Call. Roriksted's a nice enough little hamlet,
Just
but a
us
boring
against the
posting
dragon.
for a guard.
Is that it?
If a dragon attacks, well,
to send anyone
then
else.
it'd be a different story.
I don't know where the dragon is. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Balgruth and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway.
So my camera a little bit. But yeah, let me know if you guys happen to catch this. Let me know what you think of the setup I have so far. You see a lot of like wrestling things in the background. I do have a wrestling podcast that I do weekly called On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. It is me and two of my good homies. We just do a weekly wrestling podcast where we talk about everything that's happening, going on in pro wrestling. Huge pro wrestling fan here. I also have my own YouTube channel for wrestling called Everything is Wrestling. Check those things out.
Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked.
What is it?
I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourselves, but I do expect you to do your duty.
Of course. We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a wasting.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
We out to Skyrim. Let's get it, let's get it. At least I got a partner with me. She'll fight with me, I think, hopefully. If things start going down. Let's check out what we got over here. Let's check out the map. Let's see what we need. So far. Okay, I'm gonna do first. Let's read the steward's note. That's easy. So, scope items. Guessing it's some books. I apologize for the secrecy, but I'd rather not speak about this in front of the Jarl. In the event, the information I received is incredible. He has enough of his plate as it is. You see, earlier last week, I received a tip from an unnamed source regarding a potential assassination plot on the Jarl. Now, while we take all threats seriously, it's difficult to know just how credible the source is, and with everything that's happened as of late, I don't have time to investigate this myself. That's why I'd like you to head to Arcadia's Cauldron and check their ledger for any suspicious purchases, in particular poisons. I've asked Arcadia to leave you a copy on her counter, look it over, find out who purchased bottles over the last few days, and confirm their reasons are legitimate. In the meantime, I'll have our cooks check every piece of food, bottle of meat, and leftover breadcrumb, just to be sure nothing is tainted. If your investigation turns up nothing, then I'll know the information I received is false, and the draw is safe for the time being. If not, I hope someone from swiftly. Alright. So, actually, before we leave, let's go do that. Arcadia.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice.
Everything's all right?
I'm still here. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. Let's go.
Rest in the morning. So then I could just go to Arcadia stay. Oh, this is the arrow shop.
Blade and shadow, silence and death. These are my arts. For a modest fee, I'll make great art for you. Walk always in shadows, so that you will see your foes.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
Are
Thank
you
you very
married?
much for your
You look the
business.
type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves. Here you stand, talking to a married woman. Why? Am I that interesting? Or perhaps there are other things on your mind.
Alright, relax. Who's this guy following me for?
Hagraven or Horker, it matters not. We've got the arrows to fell anyhow.
Where's the inn? Just gotta kill time until this place opens, I guess.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Sadia, wake up there.
Yes, Mum. You want a drink?
Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. Now please, no more questions.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hands. Sure thing, it's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way.
Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling me into Solda. Anyway, what do you need? I think I've got some mugs need scrub.
You talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more. His ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Alright, morning time.
You look tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth. Today's come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
Maybe some other time I will be of your
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore one.
See what's going on in Arcadia's
Got
cauldron.
something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Read this ledger. Hall of the Dead and check the stables. So we see Teardress, Blossom, Poison. So we got investigate the stables and Bastion for just a few seconds.
You're someone who can get things done. I've got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need them.
First time in the Hall of the Dead. Let's see what this is about. Bunch of dead folks.
Nice. Tell me, do you believe in mighty Arche, god of life and death? Well, as I said, Arche is the god of life and death. You'll find his temples and halls of the dead all across Tamriel. Priests of Arche, such as myself, perform rites for the dead and sometimes console the bereaved. We also keep a constant vigil against those who practice the vile arts of necromancy. I asked the question because I was hoping you might be able to help me recover something I've lost. My amulet of Arche. It's the source of my divine powers and also a sacred badge of office. I misplaced it in the catacombs. I'd looked for it, but I have been hearing noises down there. I fear the dead have become restless. Without that amulet, I'm powerless to confront them. Would you be willing to search for it? I'll just wait here and make sure nothing foul escapes the catacombs. The blessing of Arche be upon you.
Man. Sometimes these people would just be giving you some easy tasks. Hey, bro, now I gotta go search the catacombs for your stuff. Ain't fair. I started off reading all this when I first booted up the game. Then I realized there's books in every room. So now I just click them, and then sometimes you get a pop-up of a mission right away. So I'm sure all this stuff is super interesting, but we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. Too many books. We're going straight into the catacombs like that. Alright, get ready to fight some zombies. Get ready to fight some zombies or something. It's creepy in here. Oh, hell yeah. Creepy as hell. Let's see. Nice. That big skeever. Skeever tail. Since no one else seems to be doing anything about it, I've taken steps to rid ourselves of this skewer problem. Please do not eat this cheese that is laced with a dangerous poison. I repeat, this cheese is for skewers only. If you feel the need to take a bite, I implore you to look in the mirror first and confirm that you are a skeever. If so, then you may eat to your heart's content. No, we're not skeevers out here, so I won't eat the cheese. Okay, so we figured out the taking that poison. Let's open this iron door, see what happens. This guy's amulet. New mission. We met with Sardras and picked up the cargo. At least their captain seemed in better spirits, but the others looked exhausted. To make matters worse, the air was flush with news about the caravans who didn't make it, sieged by dwarven automations on the road to Whiterun. My worry is such fears will find their way into the minds of my men, especially when the details of the story seem to corroborate. It only serves to throw more kindling on the flame. Hopefully the other captains have a plan. We've had a few deserters already and will need every available body if these attacks continue. It'll be difficult to convince the men to leave the safety of the tavern for the terrors of the unknown. Even without this dwarven nonsense, the road ahead will only get more perilous, given the copious bandits, wolves, and other dangers on the road. Captain Inodes has asked us to take a detour with the Dres caravan to Falkreath. Stay off the main road might provide us some cover. Alright, let's take that. Where's this guy's amulet, yeah?
spend so much time among the dead, I sometimes forget how much I miss the company. With this terrible war, as Whiterun's priest of Arkay, I spread his word whenever I'm able. In the meantime, most of my hours are spent with the city.
Stables.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you. No, even if you are my elder.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar. Got the fleetest steed. Man like you needs a war horse, I reckon. None of them's older than 9, and the youngest is 6. Now the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Alfsiger, or just Ali for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours.
I like Ali. It's a nice name for her.
Ride strong.
Dark Elf was smart to choose me. Scars aside, I can pass this stable way easily enough. I'll tell the shopkeeper I got buckled by a wild one and landed face first into the briars. I'm smart like that. The other bandits always poke fun at my face, saying I look like a newborn babe, but it comes in handy for a job like this. After seeing how well the Dark Elf pays, the entire gang will be looking for a razor pretty soon. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to meet my mysterious benefactor back at the stables and not at the Silent Moon camp. Not sure why, but he says I'm often followed. It's best I stay in character until I'm well clear of his influence. Well, I hope he doesn't sneak up on me while I wait. I nearly soiled myself the last time. The smart guy that I am about this home to help me find him. Thing is, I opened it up and I can't for the life of me figure out how it works. Only a matter of time for a guy like me.
shatter records? Or suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. Suit yourself. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. Then come back when you've got that much. Of course. Aye.
Right.
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skoldar.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the... My friend Maven and I. Have you met Maven in Riften? Hmm?
Deep. Alright, so we gotta go. far. We don't have a horse. Oh, that's cool. What does Amiibo do? Hold on. I have a Zelda Amiibo right there. Let's see what happens.
Trouble?
Holy crap. Jesus, look at me fly. Alright, now I know never to mess with giants again. I think on that note, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna pause for the night. Very fun playing first time. This is basically day 2 of me playing it. I played a little bit yesterday, created my character. I'm really enjoying it. That was hilarious. I gotta clip that out and put that as a short because that is hilarious. But yeah, if you tuned in at all during this time, and if you watch this later on, keep checking out the channel. We'll see if I go live more often. And yeah, now I got this cool new setup, so I'm trying new things. So yeah, thanks for watching, and peace.